What up, everybody? It's April Dawn. Let's talk about it. This is The Chi, Season 1, Episode 7. Alright, I'm gonna try to keep this review short and sweet, so let's go ahead and get into it. This week I'm just gonna go theme by theme. To keep it all kind of separated so we know what's going on with each story. So at the beginning of the episode, he's sneaking into his sister's room. He's looking for Emmett's cologne that he's left at the apartment, and he finds it. He puts it on. His sister's like, what are you doing? Like, you putting too much cologne on. And they have a little talk, and she basically says, I'm gonna help you figure out how to get with this girl, Andrea. You gotta be different. You gotta be unique. You can't be saying the same thing everybody else be saying, all right? So he like, yeah, I'm gonna be unique. Yeah, it's on point. I'm ready. I'm ready. Chi, he not ready. So they at the play later on. Papa come in with his green tights on, honey, giving the people what we want. And honey, I said, why is them tights all up his booty like that? Why is them shorts all in his little booty? But he said he got the legs for it. So he makes fun of Andrea because she keeps messing up her line. She can't remember her line at that particular time. I guess she always messed it up. And so Kevin defends her. You know, he go and say, don't be messing with her, leave her alone. And she thought that was cute. So later on, she invites him, Jake, and Papa all to the skating rink later on that night. So they got a date popping for later on that evening. Later on at the skating rink, we're all having a good time. Jake is starting to turn into more of a gangster now because, you know, he have a problem with some dude they used to be cool with. Apparently he's not cool with this dude anymore because the dude was talking about his brother. Later on, he pull out the gun because the dude is looking at him. I'm like, yo, bro, you got a gun in the skating ring? Like, really? Somebody to get these badass little kids. Where's their mama? I need to know. Where's their mama? Kevin like, don't do that in here. So the whole time they're at the ring, Andrea is not paying him any attention, y'all. She not even talking to the boy. So Kevin's starting to get upset. And Jake is like, you ain't got to be nice to her. You know, my brother Reggie, he don't be nice to nobody. And he got mad hoes or whatever. This is what you need to do. You need to make her jealous. So go ask Maisha if she want to skate. And then, you know, you're going to make Andrea jealous. So he goes to ask Maisha to skate. Maisha is excited because, you know, she like him or whatever. So they skate around the rink. He hold her hand. He tell her she cool or whatever. And he kind of downplay her cousin like, he was doing a little bit too much. You should have just been like, oh, you a nice person. You, because she was like, I know you like my cousin. So he was doing a little bit too much, trying to make her think that he likes her and he really liked the other girl. So at the end of the night, Andrea comes up to him and says, you know, I'm sorry, I invited you here and I ignored you the whole time, so I apologize, whatever, and she kissed him. And so he all happy about the kiss, but when they walk away, Maisha is obviously upset because she figured out that he pretty much played her. I like Kevin. Kevin is a nice young man. Like, he have empathy. He know what's right. Like, he know what you should and should not do. Like, he getting raised the right way, okay? Now, him and Jake, I don't think they're gonna be friends for too much longer because they got into it like about 2 or 3 times. And see, Kevin is a good kid. He ain't got time for all that gangster shit, okay? So I think they gonna fall out pretty soon. We'll see what happens. Let's talk about Brandon and Louise. So this week, Brandon goes to work, and when he gets there, the chef says somebody stole some fish. So, you know, they like, who stole the fish? Who stole the fish? Brandon already know who stole the fish, but he tells him to go find, you know, who stole the fish. So Brandon tells Louise stole the fish because him and his brother got a fish taco business going on. He was like, man, it was just sitting there. Now, I don't know if this fish they throw away. I don't know if this is, I don't know what they do with the extra food. If this is food that they use or it's food that, you know, they was throwing away. I'm not exactly sure. But Brandon goes upstairs and he tells Sarah with his dumb ass. Okay, so he tells Sarah, he's like, I'm gonna fix it, you know, I'll be back in a little while. So him and Louise go on this adventure all day to get the money. First it was to get the fish. Well, he took the fish, he sold it. Okay, we'll get the money. So they got the money, they end up getting the fish, and they brought it back to the restaurant. The chef is like, listen, I don't want this fish, you need to go throw it away. I was like, really? You gonna make them go through all of that and then they gonna throw the fish away? Like, really? And so he was just like, throw it away because I don't know where it's been, I don't know what kind of fish it is. And so he was like, okay, fine. And he was like, well, you go tell Louise, if you don't want to do something, he said, you need to go tell Louise that he's fired. And so Sarah had told him, you know, what happened. And so he was like, I'm not gonna fire him, you know, that's something I'm not gonna do. So I quit. And so Sarah ran out there after him and she's like, well, he stole from us and that's why I told. And he was like, look, I don't snitch on my friends. And that was that. He left and he gone. So I guess he going to do his own thing. During the daytime, Brandon stopped at his parents' house, getting ready to sell the house. So when he goes to the house, he sees that Jerika is at the house because she's the new listed agent for them. And so they have a little interaction. Y'all, I don't know why they keep making Jerika character because it seems like they just had a misunderstanding between the two of them. Whatever the reason they broke up, it can be, you know, it can be rectified, but she won't let the nigga talk. Like, she won't let him explain that it was not his gun. He did not kill nobody. He did not do nothing. You know, she won't let him get it out. So it's just like, and you know, stepdaddy make fun of him and say, you know, you should have locked it down a long time ago. Well, she probably should have. Y'all was playing house and now, you know, she gone or whatever. But I don't really like her character. I'm be honest with you. She's probably the least developed character in the whole thing. Later on, he goes to the apartment to get his things, and they do talk for a minute. He tries to explain to her and talk about the situation, but she don't want to talk about it with him at all. She shut him down again, and he said he don't know what he's gonna do. He tells her he quit his job. He don't know what he's gonna do, and that was that. So we'll see what happens with that storyline. I really don't want them to get back together, low-key, because she get on my nerves, and it's just like, if you ain't gonna say nothing, then bitch, I'm over you. So I'm over that. So let's talk about Tracy. So Tracy today, she goes to a women's, like a mother's group for counseling, and when she get there, she's met with a little bit of hostility because her son was the basketball star and they memorialized him, and they don't memorialize everybody's child who get killed. And so, you know, she was met with a little hostility from the mothers, but she pushed past it pretty quickly, and they sat down, and you know, and she continued on with the group. Later on, she runs into Ronnie, who is stumbling through the streets. Y'all, his wound is definitely infected at this point, and so he's stumbling around. He got out the police station earlier that day with Detective Cruz. Detective Cruz tells him, I know what you did, and if you want me to help Jason or anything else, you need to just keep on walking, okay? So he turned around, he keep on walking, a dead man walking, like homeboy said last week, because he looked dead to the concrete, okay? Ronnie is stumbling around the neighborhood, and he runs into Tracy and tells her, why didn't he tell her that Jason's girlfriend was pregnant? Why didn't he tell her this, that, and other? And I'm not gonna lie, as much as I don't like Tracy, she had a point. You know, why you didn't do nothing for him when he was alive? He was embarrassed of you. You walk around, you're drunk. My thing is, you got a basketball star that's your son, or, you know, somebody that you raised as your son, and you don't even, you know, do nothing for him. And now you on this big ass crusade after he dead. Like, why you didn't do nothing when he was alive? So I felt her on that one. I ain't even gonna lie. Now, her delivery was harsh, but they did try to humanize her a little bit when she turned around and she was crying when she was walking away, because apparently she, you know, I feel like she, like any woman who done dealt with somebody who did them wrong or lied, she almost had let a little space in her heart for him after the whole situation happened, and so she just shut it all the way down once he didn't show up that night. You know, although she's a little bit harsh in her delivery, I understand her point of view. I don't know what y'all think. So let's talk about Q and the whole situation. So basically, Reggie gets beat up by Treese because he left the house vulnerable to be broken into and everything being stolen. So he got beat up very bad behind that situation. And so Q is talking to Sonny in the morning. He has all the guns. He wants to get rid of them, and Emmett comes in and he tells Emmett, you know, he gonna ride with him or whatever, and is he gonna make, you know, make some money with him. He like, so they rode up to the police with all the guns for this buyback program, no questions asked, and so, you know, they sell all the guns back. So this puts out an alert for Whitefish later on, but we'll get to that in a minute. And then they go do something else. I couldn't remember what was the second stop they made, but they you know, basically they just have these heart-to-hearts all day long. We learn a little bit more about Q and how he used to run the block and how some stuff had went down, and you know, he had to leave, you know, the country, you know what I'm saying? He got to get out of Dodge, but now he back. They talk about Sonny and their relationship and all these different type of things, okay? So we go through the whole day, and at the end of the day, Q gives Emmett some money, and you know, pay him for whatever he did. I really don't understand why he was there with him the whole day, but I figured that Emmett might have sold his soul to the devil, and he don't even realize it, okay? He dropped him off at the house. When Emmett gets home, he finds out that, guess what? His mama got fired from work earlier today for stealing their supplies that she stole to help Ronnie. So they had cameras in the place. They called mom to the office, and you know the standard, we ask you the questions, we gonna fire you, we not gonna prosecute you, X, Y, and Z. So she lost her job. And then another thing, boom, your baby mama show up. She wants her baby back now. So now Emmett has a decision to make about his life and how he's gonna move forward. So this should be very interesting. Emmett has become one of my favorite characters on the show. I really want to see him win, because he's trying his hardest to be responsible, to not mess up, to not go to jail, to not rob. He's not no robber type dude. Like, he don't be down to do no foolishness. Like, I really like his character, and I want him to win. Like, I want him to win. I want him to be successful, but I think that he gonna get caught up in this war that's about to happen between these two gangs. Not doing no crimes, but just in the wrong time, wrong place, somebody saw you with him type stuff. Okay, so I don't want that to happen, and I feel like they setting us up for disaster, all right? Speaking of Q, later on that night, Q goes back to his place and he finds, or to Sonny's place, and he finds Sonny dead to the floor, child, in a restaurant. Reggie is there, and obviously Reggie got his feelings hurt because he got beat up, and now he's back for revenge. Now the real question is, was this the whole point? Because see, Treese and Q are long, you know, they look at the big picture. Oh, that's what I'm trying to say. They look at the big picture. So, and Reggie is not like that. He's emotional. So is this what Q wanted him to do? Did he want him to be in this position like this, or did he really get the drop on Q? That's important to know. What do we know? What do we know? I don't know. Cruz, this week, he goes and he's investigating why did Jason call 911 as his last phone call. So he goes to the police officer and he finds a lot of apathy because obviously this crime has happened at the stash house. All these people have got killed, and they just kind of write it off as, oh, it was just a bunch of drug dealers. They went in there and they killed each other. So they don't really investigate these crimes. They don't care. And he's finding that within his department, they don't care. Okay, they don't really care about what happened to the people. They don't really care what the story is. And he keeps running into this over and over again. And like I said, they alerted Whitefish about what's happened, how Q brought the guns back to the police. So Whitefish is calling his contacts. So they let us know that Whitefish and Treese got a deal going on between them two. I think that Whitefish killed Jason. I think that's what happened. Okay, or Treese killed Jason and he covering for him some type of way. Something is going on, okay? And I'm gonna tell you like this, I think that, well, make sure I got all the information first. That was pretty much what happened this week, but I think that Brandon, now that Sonny's dead, I think that Brandon's gonna take over that business and he's gonna create his own restaurant. I think that Jerica is gonna try to get back with him, but he gonna move on. I don't know, we'll see what happens with that. I think that Q wanted Reggie to catch him just like he did. He's right where he wants him to be, because Q has a master plan. I'm hoping that Emmett doesn't get caught up in all this mess that's going on. I don't know what's gonna happen with his mama situation, with the baby mama and all those different things. I'm not sure. I like to see the kids be kids, so I think that Jake is gonna see back more into, you know, the gang life. He's gonna get caught up in the gang life. I really think that Jay gonna end up killing his own brother, but we'll see what happens with that whole storyline. It's sad to see that happen, the child, like, you know, ways being taken away from a child, but it's nice to see them in their moments when they can just be kidding. And I like the fact that their story is not so heavy-handed anymore. It's kind of, you know, it led up with the whole Ronnie storyline. I think that Ronnie is going to go to Islam. He's going to see the light and he's going to go to Islam, and because now he realized he's totally alone in the world. When Tracy told him that, it's really, you know, changed his mind or cut his connection off with her. So I want to hear what you guys think about the episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all your friends, and I will holler at y'all next time. Peace.